Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having a Virgo Sun and a Libra Ascendant in a natal chart. Now, Virgo Suns can often be, despite having on the positive side, they could have a very discerning eye for details, very punctilious with details. They don't miss a lot. They can be very meticulous about things, very orderly, organized, and systematic. However, on the negative side, Sun and Virgo can be somewhat judgmental and sometimes fault-finding. Now, with the Libra Ascendant, these tendencies can be toned down somewhat, and the person, if they do criticize, can do so maybe in a charming or in a friendly way, or maybe in a manner which may doesn't come across necessarily as critical or derisive. Like, for example, if this person, say they saw somebody they felt was a little bit more combative than they should be, they might just say and make a general statement, well, I just generally try to pick and choose my battles. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, maybe they'll say something that won't come off as being overly judgmental or critical. They put it in a more tactful and diplomatic way. This could be a person that will be maybe a little bit more spontaneous and unpredictable as opposed to the typical Sun and Virgo. Sun and Virgo tends to be more premeditative and likes to plan ahead and very prudent and cautious, and also can be frugal. And Libra rising can have a sense of balance and being equitable and being fair-minded, and this could apply to finances as well. So probably this person will spend a little bit more as well, as opposed to the typical Sun and Virgo personality. Now, when we look at a natal chart, the Sun represents our basic wants, and the ascendant or rising sign can represent the manner or method in which one attains these basic wants. Now, a Virgo Sun basic wants can be connected with having things organized, things orderly, work-related things, health-related things, being industrious, being of service to others, and working very hard. And really, this is someone, when you have a Libra, when you have the Libra Ascendant added in, well, this can come, perhaps these things may be done maybe in connection with a partnership or some relationship situation, since relationships can figure prominently in Libra Ascendant people, and perhaps they may embark on on at least one or more work-related endeavors, perhaps with a partner or significant other. Maybe they collaborate on some health-related thing with somebody else, as opposed to doing it by themselves. This could become having this Virgo ability, this Virgo wants could be connected with analyzing things, and they may do so perhaps maybe in a Libra like field. And for example, such as like doing something with art, being really detail oriented. With this could be a person that maybe brings these Virgo wants, the basic wants, perhaps into like a Libra like profession, such as graphic art design. And this could incorporate Virgo Sun and Libra Sun ability, that ability to have that precision and be detail oriented, along with something artistic. They may bring their scrupulous Virgo side perhaps into other Libra-like professions, such as art, such as sculpting, painting, drawing, and even perhaps into a law profession. Libras can often be about things connected with the law or legal or judicial system, and they might bring that ability to be so scrupulous with details into this, and could make a very good attorney because of this ability. And they can incorporate these Virgo and Libra characteristics perhaps into that, such as, like, another example could be a fine art. You could say a fine art photographer, because this could incorporate art along with being very meticulous and having that Virgo organization. So these Virgo Sun could be very industrious, but they may satisfy this want to be of service and to want to work through a Libra-like, one of the Libra-like things, as I stated before. Now, it's important to look at the aspect that is made between the Virgo Sun and the Libra Ascendant. And these signs, they're neutral by sign because they are adjacent. It's neither compatible or incompatible, but when the aspect can make a little bit of difference in how these signs integrate or they don't integrate with each other. Now, in some cases, you could have an out-of-sign conjunction occur. You could have, let's say, for example, somebody has a Virgo Sun at 29 degrees and a Libra Ascendant at 1 degree. This would be very intensifying, and these energies may work really like super strongly together, and you might see this really strong blending of these two energies for that reason in the person. Now, you can have out of sign sextile. Now, a sextile, for example, with these two energies, let's say, for example, so if someone were to have a Virgo Sun at 1 degree and they had a Libra Ascendant at 29 degrees, well, this would form an out of sign sextile aspect, which would be auspicious and positive, and you could have a better integration or blending of these energies as opposed to these energies being, say, for example, in a semi-square or even perhaps in a conjunction or not being aspected at all. Now, let's say, speaking of the semi-square, let's say in some cases, a semi-square, which is a minor aspect, can occur. Now, and it is adverse. Let's say somebody has the Virgo Sun at 13 degrees and a Libra Ascendant at 28 degrees. This is slightly adverse because it is a minor and not a major aspect, and you could get a little bit of a conflict going on, and even if the person is not cognizant of their astrological placements, they might feel a little bit of tension, a little bit of exasperation due to the fact they might feel that they might be misconstrued or misunderstood by others. Now, you could also have another minor aspect can occur. You could have a semi-sextile form between these energies. Let's say that the Virgo Sun is 24 degrees and the Libra Ascendant is 25 degrees. You could have a semi-sextile, which could be slightly auspicious because it's not a major aspect. Semi-sextile can be positive though, and you could have a good blending of these two energies, but not as strong as the sextile out of sign sextile aspect. Now, also, I'll look and see what house the Sun in Virgo is posited in. The Libra Ascendant may suppress this Virgo Sun energy to some degree, but the Virgo Sun energy may still come out at least fairly prominently in that particular house it resides in. So let's say that you have the Virgo Sun posited, let's say it's in the 12th house. Well, this energy might even be dissipated a little bit more because the 12th house is the house of restriction and limitation, and being the fact that it is you could say a mutable or cadent house, the energy is weakened a little bit. You might not see that Virgo, that meticulousness or scrupulousness and that analytical side come out very strongly, and the Libra Ascendant might come out even more strongly as opposed to the average person with Virgo Sun and Libra Ascendant. Now, let's say that it's in the 11th house. You might see this meticulous quality come out, matters connected with their friends and their goals and their aspirations. Now, let's say that the Virgo Sun is posited in the 10th house. Well, you could see this might come out fairly strongly because the 10th house is an angular house and energies can be emphasized and accentuated there. So that Virgo energy may come out very strong in matters pertaining to the career, public image, and reputation. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. for having a Virgo Sun and a Libra Ascendant in a natal chart. And stay tuned next time where I'll be dissertating and talking about having a Virgo Sun and a Scorpio Ascendant in the natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.